Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where you are around the world. I am Toy Parker of the Ignite Your Life with Toy Parker Network. This is a special session. If you happen to be here sitting on this session, I'm actually doing a live recording for my partner, business partner, power partner, Amy Walker Consulting. ToyParker.com and Amy Walker Consulting have partnered up to do the Global Wealth Leaders Summit. So I am a part of that, and I'm really excited about that. So thank you so much for those of you who joined. Hi, Chef. Hi there. Hello, hello. Hi. Hey, I see some friends on there. Okay, hi there, hi there. Hello, hello, hello. This is a special recording, so you're sitting in on a top secret mission here. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to be talking about, well, here in Raleigh, North Carolina, where I'm based, it's going to be, what time is it? About 11 p.m. And I'm in the kitchen. I know you're like, wow, Toy, why are you in the kitchen? Well, first of all, I have a life and have a daughter and meals to prepare. But I want to talk about the fact that sometimes things happen in places that are unexpected. And a lot of times you have to do things that are unexpected in unexpected ways so that you can get uncommon results. And that's what we're going to talk about here today. The best part about it, I'm really excited, as I shared before, the fact that I'm part of the Global Wealth Leaders Summit for 2016 with Amy Walker Consulting, another wonderful power partnership that I'm excited to be a part of. And so today I'm going to be talking to you. I have all of my little notes and things. And thank you so much, Della Toro, for joining us. Hi there. So glad you're here. Everyone else, we're going to talk about how to break through your heart space and find your successful place in love, life, and business. So we're going to take the time to talk about each area. And this is a special offer that I am giving, a 4 1-hour Ignite Your Life with Toy Parker breakthrough sessions valued at over $600 for only $200 with this particular conference that I'm a part of. So if you are listening in, you actually get a chance to take advantage of that as well. And the reason why I'm here in my kitchen is because there are different tools that are for different things, and there are different ingredients that you use to cook. And in the same manner, there are different ingredients that you use to fuel your passion for success. And without those key ingredients, you cannot be as successful as you would like to be. So I'm here to help you find the right ingredients, put them together to make your success phenomenal. I call it hashtag breakthrough success. So it's not just success, but it's breakthrough success. And we're going to talk about that today. If you are ready already, you don't know about me or have not heard about me, please feel free to go to toyparker.com to learn more about me. I don't talk a lot about my experience, but it is vast. Please trust and believe, or else I wouldn't be on this summit. But I really want to get to the heart and the meat of the content that I have to share with you. I'll only be with you for a little while, so I won't be with you long. But at the same breath, if you do want to learn more about me, feel free, Google me. Toy Parker. Go to toyparker.com. Feel free to join me in my Facebook group, hashtag Ignite Your Life with Toy Parker, for more empowerment materials. Feel free to follow me also on social media as well. And you just Toy Parker at Toy Parker in Instagram, or on Facebook, look me up, Toy Parker, and you'll find me. Also, I do have an Ignite Your Life with Toy Parker Facebook page. Feel free to connect that way. But if you go to toyparker.com, you'll see the different icons. So definitely join the conversation. It's what I call hashtag join the conversation. And that's what this is today. It's a conversation with you about how to find the correct ingredients to have that breakthrough success in love, life, and business. And if you happen to have any questions, feel free to put them in the live chat. However, just do understand that this is a recording that you're sitting in on, so I won't be able to answer them right away, but I'll definitely get to them immediately afterwards. And again, thank you so much wherever you're joining me from, whether it's, I know Australia, I've seen some texts come through from different countries. Thank you so much for those of you who are joining me, because this is, after all, the Global Wealth Leaders Summit. So if you're here, and if you're listening, and if you're watching, or if you're in another room and you're still listening to this, understand that you are a part of a very exclusive group who are committed to success. And I'm here to help you do that. So let's get right into it. First, we're going to talk about the use of passion to fuel success in love, life, and business. Let's talk about love for a little bit, because it's beyond just relationships with your loved one. We're also talking about relationships as they coexist in careers, in every aspect of your life. A lot of times what happens is what's happening in the inside is what you're seeing on the outside. So you can't take anything that anyone is doing personally. You have to just find your own heart space, break through your heart space so that you can live your life to the fullest. If you spend your time, you get what you focus on, worried about what other people have done to you, what other people are doing to you. If you have a victim mentality, I challenge you to hashtag ignite your life and change the way you think. The key ingredient is we're right here in my kitchen right now. Just a small part of it. We're here in the kitchen because we're talking about the different ingredients for success in love, life, and business. And one is going to be forgiveness, because you have to first forgive yourself for being the victim in any of those situations. You have to forgive others, and you have to learn to move on. That's a key ingredient. A key ingredient is forgiveness. When you're talking about relationships, can I come in a little closer? Yes. Just wanting to really have a real conversation with you today. So for those of you who are out there, and I've gotten some social media inboxes, and I appreciate that greatly. Some people have asked, well, I feel brokenhearted, and it's really hard for me to concentrate on the things that I need to do in my dreams and never give anyone that power. My best advice that I could ever tell you is to never give anyone power over your life. You are the product of your decisions, whether you made the decision or whether you did not make a decision. Every non-decision is a decision that you did not make. And it also equally impacts your life. That's why it's so important to make sure that you don't procrastinate when it comes to relationships and talking with people. There are different, sometimes we have conflict, and conflict is not always bad. It's just the way that we learn to handle that conflict that helps us to grow as a person. So again, and we're very passionate about the things that we love and passionate about the things that we want to do. And sometimes there are going to be times where other people are equally as passionate and you're not going to agree, and that's okay. So in this session, we're going to talk about, I'm talking about love in terms of relationships with people, not just love as in terms of romance. There is more than one type of love, as most of you know. And I kind of wanted to touch on a little bit of everything with regard to that. I do have a book out that's called Live, Love Daily. If you go to toyparker.com, you can definitely order that book. But in it, I talk about the love for yourself is what fuels everything else. It starts with you. And I am a Christian, so I'm going to mention God during this broadcast. So, but because of my love for God and because of my respect for him and because I value myself, I now use that love as the driving force for everything else in my life. Because I love myself, I know I deserve more. Not afraid to say I want more money. You get what you say. It starts with the belief system. If you don't feel you deserve any more wealth, you're not going to get it, because you don't love yourself enough to say, I deserve more than what this existing condition is, whatever it is. Some people, you know, they say, well, there's no way I can get out of this. They're living paycheck to paycheck. You don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. There's an abundance of money out there to be made by you. And scriptures dictates, Deuteronomy 1:11, you have the power to get wealth. You can be blessed beyond measure. There's so many different scriptures out there, and I won't even go into that part. But the main key is, what do you believe? What are you subscribing to? What are you married to in terms of your life success and your love for yourself? And that's why I started out talking about love. It starts there, because from that, everything else grows. How people treat you at your job, if you are employed or if you're an entrepreneur, how your colleagues treat you are based on how you feel about yourself. We have to start with you first. I know you're like, but this is a global wealth summit, Toy, and you're talking about love. Yes, because it's that passion and that love for yourself that's going to dictate everything else that you do and how far you go anywhere else in life. It is the driving force that actually helps to manifest everything else that takes place. It starts with you, and it starts with your love for yourself. Okay, so now we've talked about love a little bit. Let's talk about life, because this is going to be a very short session, but in it, there's going to be power tools. And these are just different power tools. Again, key ingredients for your success so that you can use your passion to fuel your success. Life. Let's talk about some procrastination hacks. And you're like, Toy, but this is a Global Wealth Leaders Summit. What does procrastination have to do with anything? It has everything to do with it, because the more you procrastinate, you're delaying your success. Action yields the manifestation of success. Inaction deactivates that success. So the key thing that you want to make sure that you're doing, you've got to always be moving forward in a forward progression. Procrastination is fear-based, whether it's the fear to succeed, which does exist. I've written several articles about that. The fear of failure itself, which is the reverse of that. There's so many different ways to combat that. First of all, take your project, break it down into small parts. And then from there, you can have small wins. And each win is another big win and another big win and another big win. Same way when you're mixing your bowl in the kitchen and you have those ingredients. And if you put a little bit here, if you put a little too much there, it's going to change the dynamic, right? It's going to change the flavor. In the same manner, when you're doing your projects, take a look at what you're doing first. What do you prioritize? I call it hashtag prioritize your priorities, because a lot of times we have so much on our plate, it just seems overwhelming, and it's just so much easier to do what's the easiest thing that we know we can get done first. But really tackling that large project and breaking it up into smaller pieces will give you a huge win. And that feeling, hold on to that, because that's what's going to fuel your success for more overcoming of different situations of procrastination. How do I know? Hi, my name is Toy. Sometimes it happens because I've had before my Ignite Your Life with Toy Parker movement and network, I had a fear of success. It was unrealistic, but it was because I knew it was so much bigger than what I knew it was. And just the thought of reaching global, reaching people globally, it frightened me, not in a bad way, but just in a, oh my goodness, this is really happening. It's really going to happen. It's going to be successful because everything I put my hands to prospers. So surely this is going to be exponential. Am I ready for that level and that magnitude of success? The answer is yes. Tell yourself, yes, you are ready. You're ready right now. Even IGNITE, for those of you who do not know, IGNITE stands for Inspiring Growth Now with Intensity and Transparent Energy. I'm being transparent with you. I'm right here in my kitchen where I put together all my wonderful ingredients when I get ready to make my cookies for my daughter or whatever. It doesn't matter, a pie, whatever, or different meals, of course. But I'm here in a natural situation, in a natural setting, nothing fancy, to show you that it doesn't matter where you are. It's what you do with what you have where you are. And someone really needs that out there. And I hope you got it, because I have access to television studios and those things. But right now we're having a conversation. This is an intimate conversation between you and I, where you're going to do a self-evaluation of where you are versus where you want to be. And when it comes to your life, it's time for you to stop deactivating your destiny. It's time to manifest your destiny right now, today. The last thing that I want to talk about in these last 15 minutes, and it's going by so fast, so fast. Time flies when you're having fun, and I'm definitely having fun sharing these little, little tidbits. I call them sparks, to help you ignite your life. Next, we want to talk about powerful passion-based revenue hacks. to help you fuel your passion in business. Remember, we talked about love, we talked about life. I specifically talked about procrastination because I know that that really hits home for a lot of people. Another way to, before I even get to that, another procrastination hack is to create deadlines before the deadline. And you can retrain your brain to start doing things before deadlines approach. So you go ahead and you do them, but you do them in a way where you scheduled it so far ahead that by the time you finish it, even if you did procrastinate, you're still on time. I helped one of my clients with that, and it just really worked because in their calendar, they scheduled themselves before the actual deadline. So they're only going by what's in their calendar. And by the time they finished that, they were just elated because they forgot that that wasn't the real deadline. So that's just a little procrastination hack. Hashtag procrastination hack here at the Ignite Your Life with Toy Parker network. So back to powerful passion-based revenue hacks. First, before we go there, passion, I always do acronyms for different words. Passion, to me, stands for perseverance because it takes a lot of perseverance to stay consistent with your passion. A lot of people have passion and they let that passion die due to circumstances or people's opinions of them. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to do that, that there is a better way, and that you can just stay consistent in your life day by day, moment by moment, and continue to let that momentum build to breakthrough success. Next is action. I talked about it a little bit and I alluded to it a little bit, so I wanted to talk about that too. So remember that action manifests your destiny. Inaction deactivates your destiny. S, strategy. You always want to have a strategy, whether it's love, life, or business. What is it that you want to do? What are your goals? Have you written it down? If you have not written it down, do so today. Challenge you during this session to write down 5 things that you've always wanted to do in terms of love, in terms of life, and in terms of business. And I challenge you to review the same list after taking action steps and strategies. Write down strategies for each as to how you plan to achieve it. By the end of this year, you should be able to review, go back, and check off the things that you actually did accomplish. I challenge you to do that. Systems in business is critical. So you can't just have the plan, you have the strategy, but you must have systems in place for success, whether it's a CRM, whether it's a regular database, and understand that the data that you put in, the results are only as good as the data you use. So if you are using a CRM, the data is only going to be as good as the information you put in. Garbage in, garbage out, gold in, gold out. A lot of people forget about that. We're so busy clicking and clicking and clicking, we're forgetting about the information that we're actually inputting. Just something to think about. Another spark. I in passion is implementation. So you have the systems, you have the strategy, you've got the action going, the perseverance, but you must implement the strategies, you must implement the systems in an effective way that yields results. Those are some of the things that I actually delve into during my sessions when I actually work with my clients. Next is optimization, because you can be effective, but there are ways to optimize that effectiveness. And those are things that I work on with my clients as well. N is for navigation. God is my GPS, as simply stated. He is my God positioning system. And I also listen to my intuition. I listen to how I feel about things. I listen to other people and their feelings as well. Even in business, you have to be cognizant of people. Sales is a people business. People think it's about selling. No. Sales is a people business. It's about relationship building. And that's where passion comes in, because if you believe in your product and you believe in the services that you offer, they will be excellent and they will hold value and they will be valued. So you don't have to give away all your services for free and be a volunteer executive officer. You can actually be a chief executive officer instead. That's a little bonus. So again, powerful passion-based revenue hacks. Inspect what you expect all the time, consistently. When I say consistently, I mean daily. As in crunch your numbers every day. Have your daily goal, your weekly goal, your monthly goal. First, it would be a monthly goal to know by the end of the month, you want to have X amount made of, do it by product line. Go back. What you're doing is creating projections to see if you're on track to actually accomplish your monthly goal. You do that tracking daily par, if you will, par for the course. Have a daily par. Monitor that for yourself, for your team, for your company. Projections. Weekly. Reevaluate where you are versus where you want to be. Mid-month, where are you versus where you want to be? At the end of the month, for the quarter, where are you versus where you want to be? Then you can do projections all the way up to the end of the year. To take it a step further, be sure to do a year-over-year projection. So you're going to say, last year, this time, here's where my sales were. Or here's how many clients I had. Here's how many product lines I had out. On the other side, where are we today? Year over year. I challenge you to do that so that you can hashtag ignite your life and make sure that you actually have that breakthrough success in your business. We're coming to a close. We're bringing this plane to a landing. It's a lot of information, right? But I do want to make sure that you understand that I can't give you everything in 30 minutes. Not possible. But what I can do is give you PowerPoints to yield results. Everything that I've talked about, whether it was love, life, or business, has been to help you yield breakthrough results. If you are ready for a change in love, life, or business, text I am ready to 919-205-8610. Again, text I am ready, your name, your email address to 919-205-8610. For empowerment materials, text Ignite Your Life to 22828. Text Ignite Your Life, all together one word, all caps, to 22828 to receive free breakthrough materials once a month. A lot of people do daily. I am out in the community a lot, and I like to kind of have a hand on things. I could easily assign it to someone else to do, but I like to personally empower you. That's my way of saying thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you to everyone around the world who either listens to my radio shows or watches my webcasts or even reads my articles. That's my personal way of saying thank you. A direct connection to me, if you will. If you've not already joined the Facebook group, hashtag Ignite Your Life with Toy Parker, please be sure to do so. I hope and pray that there is something that you are able to grab hold of and apply it to your life consistently. Not just today, but every day, so that you can achieve hashtag breakthrough success. If you're out there in the feeds and you're watching this, be sure to promote and say what you learned. Any spark, I call them sparks. I give daily sparks every day on social media. What this is a combination of just a few sparks. I do have a book coming out called Ignite Your Life, Ultimate Sparks for a 30-Day Breakthrough. Really looking forward to that. It's coming out on my birthday, September 21st. For those of you who are in a position where you feel like you just want to give up, I'm here to say in this conversation and every conversation to never give up. Understand that everything that you're going through is not for you, it's for someone else. Understand that it's not for you. It's so that someone else can know that there's a breakthrough on the other side, and what that other side looks like. You are going to be that other side. Understand that that's where the beauty of your journey is, in that meantime, the uncertainty of it all. I understand. I've been there. There's so many things I could share with you today, and I do not have time. I'm watching the clock as I'm counting down. But understand that this is just a meantime, and you must go through this to get to the other side. Just like when you're in the kitchen, when you're putting the ingredients together, it looks crazy. You're mixing it up. Like, how in the world could anything possibly come out of this? But then when you put it in the oven, and when it comes out, that pie is amazing. That cake is amazing. Those cookies are delicious, as so with life. So again, passion, the acronym by yours truly. Perseverance, action, strategy, systems, implementation, optimization, and navigation. Passion to fuel your success. Brief recap as we're coming to a close. Just wanted to say, before I even do my last parting words, thank you so much, Amy Walker, my power partner in faith and business, very dear friend, and I just really appreciate you and your husband and all that you do and all that you are called to do. I am honored to be a part of the Global Wealth Leaders Summit, and I pray you are pleased with the PowerPoints that I've been able to share today. And for those of you out here watching, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for being open to receive, for being open to understand that it's so much more than just what you're going through. And for those of you who have already achieved wealth, and wealth is so relative. If you are a billionaire and you're watching this, I hope that there are other aspects that can help increase your net worth from the inside out, because it's so much more than just how much you have in the bank. Life is so much more than that. For those of you who are okay with where you are financially, you could always be better. I have friends who are multimillionaires, but they count every penny. They have an accountant. I have a CPA. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you do with every single thing you do in your life. Remember, life is a series of decisions. Plan accordingly and take action accordingly. This is Toy. I am Toy Parker with the Ignite Your Life with Toy Parker Network. Thank you so much for joining me today on this wonderful occasion of the Global Wealth Leaders Summit. And until next time, love God, trust people, trust God, love people, pray always, and expect victory. Until next time, ignite your life.